right, thanks for joining us on another episode of Meet the Vendor. Today we got a good one for you. We're on the road, as you can tell. We're headed to go see Banner Solutions in Dallas. They have a brand new facility that they're doing a grand opening / trade show today. We were invited to come out, so that's where we're headed. We're about 30 miles out right now, and we're going to take a look at the show, see what's going on, and then after that we'll get into meeting some of the team members and checking out how some of their operations work. All right, so as you can see, we made it out to the trade show. We're here at Banner's new facility in Dallas. So it's very busy, a lot of things going on. So we're going to take a tour around all the different booths and meet the vendors and then kind of go from there.
It's for the general public, they want to be able to just use their phone and look up a price and schedule a service.
It's all official. Hey, man. How you doing?
What's up, Mariah? See you. What's up, Randall?
So that's it, huh?
This is it. So this is the event, and then they're wrapping up a couple of tours, and I want to get you guys with the Vice President of Operations, David Kane.
Okay.
And we're going to do a tour with him. That's going to be the one where you guys get to see the mothership, get to see all of the inventory that we have on the shelf, how we're working our ops, and how much inventory we're pushing out and pumping in at the same time.
That's all they can put on there for you, huh? It's employee.
Boy, that's it. That's all I am here. I guess that's all we are.
Just a number. Okay.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Good. Maybe I can answer for you?
No, I was just checking them out. I think we sell remote lock hats. We just selling your lock.
Right. I mean, we're completely different, but yes.
Right. They look just like that.
Yeah.
Like Cody Lock. But this is standalone stuff, right?
Correct.
Okay. What is that? A catalog?
It's a USB. It's got the whole catalog, price book, everything in this USB.
Okay. Perfect. I'll take that. And then, what are these cabinet locks?
That is correct. These are the bottom ones that you see here are our cabinet locks. So anything that has to do with cabinets, you already have your double D hole on there. Basically one additional drilling point. Say for whatever reason you kind of get tired because people keep breaking the cam all the time. We do have the ability of a slam latch. Now you have a slam latch option.
I guess we're going with it.
Ryan, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Nice to see you, brother. Everything all right? Get through it. Yeah, so Donjo came out with a frame from a couple of years ago. And like I said, this is Travis, by the way. This is Uriah. He's out of Tomball. So obviously it's not aftermarket. It's when you're going to put a new frame in. But if you're going to run access and you don't want to snag your wires, cut your wires when you're pulling them through, and then you go to fire it up, you know the deal. Where the hell is this short? That's why you have frame problems. So everything is fluted. We have conduit kits. They have this size and they have a longer one. EPTs, strikes, and then where you're going to cut a frame. They're not a lot of money at all.
When you program the locks, it's going to talk to the gateway. The gateway's saying that info out to these locks. That's where your range is at. These have to be 200 feet within your lock.
Oh,
and if they're not, if it's 400 feet, then you got to put an expander. It's half the price of the gateway, and it just increases their radio frequency over and over.
Here, programming, it's really simple. Click the menu. First thing it says is opening speed is 10. And then the instructions we tell you. Yeah, we tell you what the defaults are. But right here, you just use the up and down arrow. So if this door, as an example, if this isn't fast enough for you, okay, just come to opening speed, and then you go up and you keep hooking up till you get to where you want. Okay. So the menu goes click, click. You either select it, the feature, or deselect it. And if you select it, then you adjust it with the up and down arrows. Super simple.
So you could tie this into an access control system, right?
It's designed for access.
That's what I think.
Right.
I've had someone ask me before, and I'm like, oh man, I don't know about that. How can I get that to work?
Oh yeah.
But
IP67 rated,
Oh wow.
right? So it's allowed to be out in the cold, the rain, the wet, everything.
Yeah. 67 or 68?
67.
67.
Pretty close. Right? Right now, Amazon is using this on their warehouse, and they're releasing the doors remotely. Then the driver opens the door, gets their stuff, closes the door, it automatically locks back down. The United States Postal Service is using them, and quite a few, Amazon, and I forget the name of the refrigeration company. They move meat, fish, groceries, and because this has that kind of heater in it, they're able to use that inside a refrigerator truck.
All right, so now that we've already gone and went to the trade show and the open house for the Dallas location and kind of scouted it out to go make this video for you, we're going to go back to where it all started for us as a company, Guardian Safe and Lock, at the Houston location. And the Houston location, that's the one that we use here locally. So we're going to go talk to some of the people down there, the team at the Houston location, do a quick walkthrough, talk about how it all started for us and what they have. And then for the big final video, we're going to take you to the warehouse and do a tour for the whole big warehouse that they have, the new facility, and all their whole operation they have going on there in Dallas. So let's hit the road and let's go take a look at Houston. All right, so we're here at the Houston Banner Solutions location. We're going to talk to a couple of the guys, go through the warehouse, just briefly go over some topics here at the local location for us and here in Houston before we head up to the warehouse in Dallas. So join us while we go inside and take a look. All right, so I'm here with Alex Martinez, the National Accounts Manager for Banner Solutions. And nice seeing you again, sir.
Good to see you.
So before we go to your Dallas location, we want to come take a look at the Houston location and show that you guys are still alive and well in Houston, right?
Yeah. This warehouse is still open, regardless of us opening up to our mega warehouse up in Cranberry, which is in between Dallas and Fort Worth. But yeah, still fully operational. We're still receiving packages, shipping out, a couple hundred boxes a day, and stocking items. Some of the items that are being used on a daily basis. It's the only state that has two locations in it.
Lucky us.
Out of our DCs. Yeah, it is good. It's all good for the Southeast and especially out Texas.
We're kind of spoiled actually because we get, no matter what, we get to here or we get it from Dallas, and it's pretty quick.
Yeah, the majority of the product is located in Dallas, and then it's good to have a backup with Houston.
Good.
Right on.
Now we were talking about it earlier where you said you started in 2003.
Yeah, I started in 2003, so I grew up in the business. And initially, back then, we were off of Telephone Road on the southeast side of Houston. And then we were growing. Took over the warehouse that was adjacent to us, outgrew that building. And then in 2012, we moved into the southwest side, which is where this one is now. And then, it's been here ever since. And then 2021, Banner bought HO Flake.
Right, we changed from HO Flake because we're so used to calling you Flake, but we know it's Banner Solutions now.
Yeah, it's got to be Banner. You got to remember that. Banner Solutions, right. Which is
new and improved?
No, I wouldn't say it's improved. It's always been around. And Banner's got an interesting backstory as well because it's a lot of the legacy companies it's a lot of brands that other customers were familiar with, whether it was Akron Hardware, Midwest Wholesale,
That's right.
HSI, HL Flake, which, had McDonald Dash and H.E. Mitchell rolled up underneath it.
Forgot about that as well.
And I'm missing probably like another half dozen other companies that are also rolled up under Banner. But the history and the resources within Banner is really, really rich and extensive.
Right, we were looking at your catalogs from, 1959 when you were a bicycle shop originally?
That's from 1959, but the HO Flake was originally started in 1912.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it started in 1912, and then it was owned by a family, and then Dan Fleck bought it in the 80s, and then he held on to it up until the late 2018, and that's when it was sold off into private equity. He's been around ever since.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when, I started in the trade in January 2007. And when I started, the only supplier I really knew of was HL Flake.
Right.
Banner now. And like you said, you're on the telephone road, very far south side of Houston. But I was willing to make that trip, I actually passed up other suppliers to get to you, because you had a really great will call. You had people who knew what they were talking about up front. You had a great selection of products. You had great catalogs as well. And now you improve that with a great website. But I remember you being there, and then when you moved closer, it was like, oh, well, now I'm definitely doing way more business with them, and that was kind of before the big, the internet was around and stuff, but it's got way bigger and huger since then.
Yeah. And it's what's interesting enough is HL Flake had had a website since 1999. But honestly, we were one of the first lock distribution companies that had a website. So back in 99, we had a website. And when I started in 03, that was already a big part of the business. And even still now, it's still growing at a pretty high rate. Web sales and e-commerce is a big part of our business.
Right. Yeah. We, once I opened my company in 2010, I was looking for who's going to be my go-to suppliers and things like that, which Flake was already, that, which is now Banner, obviously. But yeah, I used to love your catalogs, but then you did one even better, and you got your great website now. And your great website, we use that every day. So we use it for cross-referencing parts. We use it for, checking prices. We use it for just seeing what's out there, keyword searches and things like that. But yeah, that's come a long way. That's been very useful. That's helped us in our business.
Yeah, and
tremendously.
I would say ours is more extensive than even some of our other competitors, because where they might be hyper-focused on a particular channel, like maybe commercial sales or residential sales. We're in commercial, we're in residential, we're in locksmith, aftermarket product, automotive, access control, builder supply. And there's not any other competitors that are doing that much with that many different categories.
Yeah, I'm thinking of all the other websites. Actually, you do have the best website. Yeah, you do have the best website.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree.
That's just saying, so it's true. So that's great. But in our relationship has grown a lot since, we've known each other a long time.
Right.
And I've seen you grow in your position. You said you started in the warehouse, and now you're national account manager. And then I started my company in 2010, and we just started growing. Our relationship has grown over the years, and you're our number one supplier. We go to you first. For one, it helps to get 2 locations in Texas. Yeah, it really helps.
Yeah, but 10 overall across the United States, and I think we're in we're in all the major metros. We're within 2 days of most businesses. We've got locations in Southern California, Florida, up in the Northeast, Charlotte, Kansas City, and we've got
Southern Florida, stuff like that. Yeah, Florida, right?
We do Longwood, which is just north of Orlando. It's a suburb north of Orlando. Then we have Charlotte, Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. We have Iowa, Kansas City, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, Seattle, Portland, and then Anaheim.
Well, okay, 3 on the coast now.
Yep.
Okay.
A lot of people, but that's where everybody's moving, right? Everybody's
starting to come here. So
either
in Texas.
So you either live in the southeast, or they're moving to the southeast, or they live up in the northeast and moving down here.
Right.
Living in the Pacific and moving.
Well, we're excited to get out there and look at the Dallas operation. I know it's much bigger than this, and it seems twice as big at least.
Yeah. Whenever you see the inventory, I think you kind of keep it, and you kind of take it into perspective and go, "Whoa, these guys are moving a lot of product, and we're bringing in a lot of product," and that's the big thing.
Customizing products, which is a whole nother level.
Yeah, and we got services that we weren't able to ever offer that at HL Flake. Some people are probably going to remember way back when, but you would call and they're like, "Hey, can you swap that light out for a 2 3/8?" The answer is always no. We're not going to do that.
Product.
And you can buy a 2 3/8 light, but we're not going to swap it. Now with Banner, it's way more extensive. We can swap trims and electrify different hardware, and we even have keying services that we offer. That's been great. So we, master keying product, or just conventional, residential type keying for Schlage, Kwikset, other residential manufacturers.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, we're gonna continue our little tour around here, get some more, talk to maybe one more person I believe on your team. I can't remember. Was Travis we're gonna talk to?
Yeah, Travis Howe. So he's a marketing manager. So he's been a part of HL Flake since in the early 2000s. I think he started like in 09, 2010. But he's been here a while. And then, back in Dallas, we're going to have David Kane, who's also an Oak Plate employee. He's been here longer than I've been. I think he's been here since the 80s.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, awesome. Well, great talking to you, man.
Yeah, good talking to you. Thanks, Ryan.
So I'm here with Travis Howell. He's the marketing manager for Banner Solutions here in Houston. So I guess, Travis, what are some of your daily responsibilities? And I know you have a lot on your plate. So what are some of the daily things you have to do? And I know you have some exciting things you want to show us as well. But just tell us a little bit about what you do, how long you've been here, and things like that.
So general communications. We do voice of customer, which you guys may receive surveys from us. That would be coming from me.
Okay.
Also, we do promotions. So any kind of promotional activity, and then tracking that as part of my day-to-day. Website content, and then events also, like the event that you guys were just at.
The trade show.
Yeah.
Help organize those.
Yeah, certainly. There's a team of us, but yeah, I'm part of that.
Well, I bet. So you had to arrange all the vendors to be there and what they're going to show. And
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what are some of the exciting things on the horizon, or what you're working on right now?
Well, I mean, Banner really is a digital forward company. So we're always looking to build new digital tools that make it easier for you guys to source the products and do your jobs. So we launched a new e-commerce site back in November, and it's just been continually adding to that. New functionality, more content, more product content, product information, images, things like that.
Right. One of the concerns was whenever you dropped the catalog, I was like, oh no, not the catalog. But then you replaced it with a very nice website. So
Right. Yeah.
we quickly forgot about the catalogs when we had the website. So that works out great. Do you want to show us some of what's going on the website?
Yeah,
Some
absolutely.
features?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Let's take a look at that.
This is the e-commerce platform that we launched back in November. We're looking at the homepage right now, and we've added quite a few features since initially launching it. And some of them are visible here on the homepage. One, for example, is this little tab here on the right side that says Order Pad. When you click on that, you can now do basically like a quick order entry. You can just go ahead and put in the part numbers and quantities. So if you have a list of SKUs, you already know the SKU, you can start typing them in here, and it will actually start to populate a search as you type. So,
okay.
if you need the DL2700 and the waterproof, so that's a neat feature. And then also, if you have a bulk list that you want to just in Excel, we have an Excel template now that you can download the template and populate your order and then just upload it. So that's a quick way if you have a ton of SKUs and you don't want to go through and find each one.
Yeah, we put some of our stuff in Excel spreadsheets sometimes, so that works out.
And this launched, maybe a month ago.
Okay.
Then really within the last 2 weeks, this track your order button was added to the homepage. And when you click this, it basically brings up this virtual assistant, which took a second there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can just follow the prompts here to quickly find your order status. It basically is linking you directly to the functionality in the chat. And this chat feature is great too, because it starts as a virtual assistant, but it can pretty quickly transition to a live person. So that virtual assistant just kind of narrows down what you're asking for, and then it puts it over to a team of people that can help you find what you're looking for. So this could be, if there's a product that you're not finding through the search, you can try to use that virtual assistant and actually get a real person.
All right.
Couple other things to show you here. If you look up a certain item, we give a lot of visibility to information, product information. There's a ton of product information if you click on the specs to verify what you're looking for, or even compare different models. But you can see with the inventory that we have, if you put in your zip code, I'll just use the one here at the office in Houston, it'll populate what your time in transit is and shows you exactly how many SKUs are in stock in each location.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it just, is reassuring to know you order it when it's expected to arrive.
Sure. It looks like you have some services down there at the bottom too.
Yeah, absolutely. So on anything where there's a keyed cylinder, you can add keying. If you want key to like, you can add keying to that lock.
Oh, you can put the key code in there.
Yeah, put the key code in.
Oh, that is cool.
So yeah, we do offer keying as a service, which we're putting better processes around that, and really we'll roll out some advertising around how key systems and keying works ordered through us.
What about these cool little boxes over there, like backset lever? So I never noticed those.
Yeah, so these are within the series. So the system recognizes that there's a whole series of locks associated with this. So you could go and straight look at the different lever styles that are available and the different, this only comes in one backset.
Sure.
But if it's like a cylindrical lock where there may be multiple backsets or different functions available, you can quickly move between one or the other. So
Nice.
yep. And then there's also products that are recommended that are often bought with this item.
Okay.
So certainly with a really popular item like the DL2700, this is pretty accurate. It's going to suggest some pretty relevant things that go with it, like the wrap plate that's specific for that lock.
Right.
So
Okay. It's kind of a cross-reference database, everything all in one.
yep. And then there's a powerful, I'll just log into an account. This is a test account, but
Okay.
there's a powerful dashboard feature where you can look at all
Yeah,
your
credit them. I need to see.
all your orders, and
I need to go through your site more because I didn't realize you had all these extra features.
yeah, you can pay your invoices online. You can look up past invoices, look at current orders that haven't been
Oh,
invoiced
you,
yet.
you created it down there at the bottom.
Yeah, and yet you can have as many users under one parent account as you need, and then there can be different levels. There can be an admin person, and then there can be regular users. There can be an accounting.
Then I need to do that then because I have one person sharing all our login. We're all sharing my login. So
Yeah.
I guess I need to create general. That way they don't look at the billing necessarily, right? They just get all the ordering.
Right. So you could have people who are just doing ordering, some who are just doing accounting features where they never need to actually place an order.
Okay.
And then you as an admin could see all of it.
Cool. All right. Nice. And what's that services tab up there? Just wondering.
This is, so for glass projects, there's some additional services there. We do have an electronic access control team that is, if you want help designing a system or just have questions really that are access control related, there's a team of people ready to help with that. So
Useful. Yeah, I'd say this is the best website in the industry that I've seen. I haven't seen anybody that has quite this robust of a platform.
we put a lot of effort and investment into it, and it's, any website is never finished. So
Yeah,
it's always,
exactly.
we will always be improving on it. There's always another next project being added to it.
Let me ask you one more thing. What's that resources tab up there for?
Resources is, we do have some
Oh, okay. Policies.
news, articles, white papers, and then there's some category guides here. So
Let's say an actually
this-
education tab is shown in there.
yeah, this is an area that I'm really focused on building out in the near future. It's really trying to have more content that's education.
Okay. Yeah, we need that for sure in the industry. Cool, man. Impressive
Yeah.
website.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. Well, thanks for giving us a tour of your facility, showing us a little bit about what you're doing online digitally. And we look forward to touring that facility in Dallas and continuing our relationship going forward because we do a lot of business with you. So
Good. Yeah,
it's awesome. Great job. I like the website
Absolutely.
and look forward to, we have some other things cooking. So
good.
we'll work on those
Yep.
later with you.
Exciting stuff.
All right. Well, we're going to head on over to Dallas. So you'll see us there. All right. Well, that wraps it up for the Houston location. So now let's take you to the whole purpose of this video, the brand new warehouse in Dallas. Let's hit the road. All right. So we're back in Dallas to do the grand finale tour of the warehouse. We're going to talk to Alex. We're going to talk to David and whoever else he's got in mind for us. So let's go see what it's all about. Hey, Dave.
Hey, you're right.
Alex, how you doing?
Right. How's it going?
Thanks for having us back.
Ribbon.
I know it's a little delayed there, but we're here.
Yeah,
So,
we're here.
you're going to be giving us the grand tour today?
Yes, sir. We're going to pick your order.
All right. You ready to roll?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Follow your lead. All right. So this is the big warehouse.
Yes, sir.
You mind just giving us a quick overview of what everything is?
Yeah, so over here to the left, we're going to have our king and production area. Behind that is going to be our small part stack. As you can and look, it's all pallet racks full of large material. It goes over to our small part bin, and behind that is going to be our quality control, our shipping stations.
Okay.
Push it.
Well, we went ahead and we wanted to throw you a curveball, so we sent you an order.
Yep.
Right? And we want to take you through the process of receiving it to wherever it goes after that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's get it.
All right, grabbing your order here. We're
Okay.
going to start picking it.
I'll follow you. Shopping cart.
Yep, nice shopping cart so we can pick the orders.
SU is the, what is it called?
These are the small part hand stack racks where there's not enough quantity at the moment to warrant being in a pallet rack.
Gotcha.
So
you're gonna
this
grab
is
our-
where we stick these.
So you're gonna get our steel hop, which is
So,
probably right there.
Yep, so we're gonna look at the bin and then we're gonna look at the part number and pull it.
Okay.
So we're gonna grab these guys right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna verify it on the barcode, and I'm gonna place it in, and I'm gonna mark that I have it, and then I'm gonna go to the next one.
Okay.
K01G.
KO1G.
K01G, and I'm looking for 2 strikes.
Better grab my strike plates.
Yes, sir, grabbing the strike plates. And these bins hold multiple items.
I see they're all divided.
They're in,
Tag.
in dividers and tags. What we're gonna do, part number, and there's 2 in this one, and there's gonna be 2 in the next bin, so I'm gonna verify there's 2.
Okay.
I'll put those in, and I'm gonna go to the next one, which is gonna be G, back this way.
How many different SKUs do you guys carry in the warehouse?
There's over 30,000 SKUs in this warehouse.
Wow.
Same part. There
Okay.
they are. So that's going to finish off that part. And then we'll go to the next request. Through here.
Okay.
So,
Slide a little bit.
gotta climb a little bit. Alright, let's see. We are looking for mortise cylinders.
Look at there, 1-inch mortar cylinders.
Yes, sir, the 1-inch mortise cylinder.
So when the order comes through, does it usually go to a picker? Is that what they call it?
It goes to a picker and it's gonna go wave picking, so each picker knows their zones a
Okay.
lot better than I know the zones. So, come on.
Okay. We wanted to make it difficult.
Now I gotta.
You gotta go way up there, huh?
Gotta get the ladder straight. It's in.
Gotcha.
One inch mortise cylinder. We got 2 of those. So we have the boxes here. So I have the 2 1-inch mortise cylinders. Two different finishes.
Right.
This is the 26D.
Okay.
And then we're going to go the next style over. Don't have to climb as much here. Looking for the 400 AL 400 ULX.
And how long has this facility been open now?
This facility officially opened at the end of January.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know you guys started carrying electronics, which is awesome. We bought a ton of these things, so I'd rather buy it from you.
The fast moving product. G02. We're gonna go here. You had 2 of those, and the looks like the 10B finish.
Mm-hmm. I knew we were coming, so I said might as well place an order.
So we got your 2 10Bs. I'm gonna put them in with your 26Bs. Now that we have the order picked, we're going to take it behind the small parts bins quality control to have them checked.
Okay, so someone double checks.
So
all
somebody
parts.
somebody double checks all of the orders before they make it to the shipping. All right, now that we've picked your order, Uriah, we're gonna put it down the line to be quality control. So that way, what you ordered is what you get. So we're gonna check each item by the part number and the barcode. All right.
All right, so this is quality control. I see you got your sticker ready to roll.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is a quality control. We're gonna take the pick ticket out, and then we're gonna verify the items that were picked
Okay.
matches things on the pick ticket. So I'm gonna take this power supply, I'm gonna match up the part number to the pick ticket, and I'm gonna see that there's a quantity of 1. We have 1 there. I'll mark it off. We have the 4 long strikes here, so I'm gonna make sure I mark those off. So here's your electric latch. And then I know we have 2 different 20 cylinders. And I'm going to look at it and say, all right, here are the 10Bs to make sure the finish is proper.
Gotcha.
And then I'm going to grab the next 2, make sure 26D and 26D. So now the order is properly QC'd.
So now it's been double checked.
Good and double check, and I'm going to send it down the line to the packing station. But what we'll do is we add our name to the quality control, so that way, if there is an unfortunate issue, we can use it for training. You know, what to look for. You know, finishes get tricky. So,
Gotcha.
so I'll push it forward. It's going to go through. It'll bring the other orders up.
All right, coming in hot.
Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to pack the order. So the first thing I'm going to do is look at your coat, understand what material's in there, and I'm going to grab a box. Since you have the power supply, you know, it's going to be a larger box.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
And as we're packing this, you know, we ship, you know, with FedEx, we fill up a 52-foot trailer daily with the product coming out. So we stay pretty busy out of this location packing. So I grab my packing material because our idea is we want these packages to show up to you like it's Christmas. We don't want it to show up all broken apart. So get your power supply down.
Put this down here.
Yeah, we'll try to use some of these boxes to get the more fragile things. All right, so I'm going to finish packing up the small parts. I'm going to use the cylinder box to hold the additional strikes here. That way, it's additional padding for it.
Okay.
We like to use the manufacturer's box as best possible. We're going to take the regular strike, we'll get it in, and now we're going to cut down the box to the size of the package.
Oh, okay.
So that way it you don't have any issues. Get it on. So that way we can get the paper in there. So now it's a nice solid box.
All right. Good way to do it.
when this tape dries, you know, it's a pretty much unbreakable seal. It's gonna,
Got a lot of glue on it.
yeah, it's got a lot of glue with the reinforced paper strips. So at this point, I'm gonna drop it on the scale.
Okay, so. All
All
right.
right, at this point, we have the package on the scale. We're gonna scan it into our shipping system. The shipping system picks it up. And now that it's on the scale, it already has a weight. So I'm gonna click ship here. And then it's gonna print out the label first. And I'm gonna click on the shipping label. Then I have my QC sticker, so we know who QC'd it.
So we know who packed it for us.
And
All right.
we're gonna put on a pack by sticker as well. 'Cause,
Oh, gotcha.
we have the QCer. We like to have two different sets of eyes on it. So the QCer and the boxer are different. So
Okay.
at this point, I'm going to just put box 101 on it, and we're gonna shoot it down.
So how many? So it's on its way. How many crew members do you have in the whole?
We have 30 people in this facility that handle receiving product, stocking product, picking product, quality control, packing. We have our inventory control team that does cycle counts, gets barcodes on product that need it, and then we have our keying and production.
And you do have a wheel call, right?
And
So
we
you
do
can-
have a wheel call here in Dallas, so you can call it in and pick it up.
Okay. And then what are your hours of operation here generally?
So normal hours operation for will call is 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central.
Okay.
Shipping, we ship till 7 o'clock every night. So you can get your order up to 4 o'clock is guaranteed to ship the same day.
Nice.
And then orders after 4, we still strive to get those out as well. We have a late pickup, so we fill the truck up and ship it out.
So those in Texas can get it usually in one day, right?
Texas is going to get it in 1 day out of here.
And then, Jen, what's the farthest? Like if it's going to New York, what's
3 days.
3 days? And you have how many facilities across? the
We
United
have 10 different DCs across the United States, 3 on the East Coast, 3 on the West Coast, and 4 in the central U.S.
States? Oh wow! So you guys are evenly distributed.
We're evenly distributed. The goal is 2 days or less for most normal.
You're speaking to the industry right now. The
Yeah,
industry,
we are
this
speaking
is
to
the
the
industry.
industry.
So a lot of our people, our followers, are watching our channel. They are locksmiths, so they haven't heard of Banner Solutions. You know, used to be known as HL Flake, right? So if they might have known that name, and they may not know this one. So Banner
So-
Solutions is the new brand. Cool. So the package is on its way now. You want to go
Yep.
pick it up or wherever
Yeah,
it's
the
at?
package is down there. It's going to be ready loaded on the truck. So
All right, let's go check it
I'm
out.
going to stage this, and we'll go check it out.
All right. All right. So package has arrived. What's
Package
next?
has arrived, so what we're going to do is we're going to load it up onto a pallet. Just be loaded up onto the FedEx truck. Once these pallets get certain heights, we will shrink wrap them. We'll grab it with a pallet jack, and we'll load it onto our truck. And at 7 o'clock, they pick it up, they take it to the hub, and it's on its way to you.
Okay. Well, besides the fact that this is a great, nice operation, huge warehouse, everything, what, if you had to say there's one thing that kind of makes you special or sets you just a little bit aside from the competition, what would that be?
Our deep industry knowledge of the materials that we sell. We have keying and production areas where we have locksmiths that have been in the industry 20, 30 years. They can key up master key systems. They can construction key. They can do the Medico keyways. Any keyway you can think of, they can do that. We can also do what we call productions, where if you need something in a left hand and we don't have it, we can take apart a right hand, reassemble it for you, relabel it for you, and now you have your right-handed product. That way you're not waiting 2 to 3 weeks in the factory.
Okay. And then, did you say something, I think earlier, did you say something about maintaining master key records too?
We do. We can maintain the master key records with our keying system that we have. So we can see every key system that you have on system with us.
So if I have a product and I'm like, hey, I need this and it's right, I need it right-handed, and you have a left hand in stock and a right-handed one is 6 weeks out, you're saying that you could on-site usually swap those out?
Yeah,
Make that work?
Yeah, we can take it apart, swap it out. We'll correct our inventory. That way it's correct on the shelf. You'll get your left hand, and I'll put the right hand back on the shelf for you.
And do you charge for that service?
We do it as a service offering for our customers.
Wow, okay. And in the reking service, I'm sure you probably charge something for that, right?
There is, depending on the type of keyway it is, the key system, etc., there is a slight charge for doing the key systems.
Okay. And then I guess you said you had 2 people that work in that. And what was that department called again?
That's our keying and production area, and currently, as we're building it out, we have 2 locksmiths on staff that work.
And what were their names?
We have Bruce Martin and Doug Fristo.
Okay. Well, you mind taking us over there so we can touch base?
Take a look. All right, we're back at our keying and production area with Bruce Martin. He's our resident locksmith here. He's going to take you through the keying and production office. I want to say, hey, thanks for coming. I got to jump on a call.
Appreciate it. Thanks
All
for
right,
bringing us
thanks.
out.
Have a good one.
Bruce, how you doing? My name's Uriah. So, I guess you're the man when it comes to locksmithing here, right? The one with all the experience.
Keying locks every day.
That's your protege over here that's usually sitting over there?
Yeah, my training.
All right. So what's a little bit about your experience? What kind of experience do you have in the trade?
30 years in the industry. Not half of it driving the locksmith field.
Oh, okay. So you're actually running calls in the field.
Yeah,
Been through.
dealt with all crazies and late nights, early morning.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's standard in our industry. Yeah.
That's
Good. So what is it you're working on? It looks like some SFIC cores.
Yep. Yep.
Is this
710 J cores.
Gotcha. Oh, the J one, because we usually order the J and Ks that are pre-keyed, I believe. Is that the series that you have?
Yes, and this one is 375 cores.
Oh, wow.
With 825 keys.
How long does it take you to knock that out?
It takes a few days. Yeah.
A few days. Really?
Depending on the other rest of the workload.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, but I also do residential construction key, standard key lights, commercial. There's not much of it I can't do.
When you said residential construction key, is that the ones with the bearings in it?
Yes.
Really? Okay. It took me like 6-7 years to realize what those were eventually. I was, what the heck are these bearings doing here? And then I kept hearing customers tell me, well, they said I put my key in. I'm going, it's impossible. Haven't they? And then one day I go, oh, the bearings are kicking. And it just clicked on my head. And then ever since then. So I didn't know you used to do that. I didn't even know how to do that myself.
Well, on the Schlage, the ball bearings are 45 thousandths.
Okay.
So when we hold a number off the master key chart to a certain number, well, it's cut 3 depths deeper for their construction. Gotcha. So when the homeowner puts in their key, ball bearings go away. It's that little slot on the side.
Yep, and then they fall in that little hole in the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's probably a lot of people, because we have a lot of people in the trade that watch our YouTube channel. Probably a lot of people going, oh, that's what that is. Because I'm telling you, it took me years. No one knew. I kept asking people too. I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that's, so you do that here. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
And actually on the quick set, it's 2 depths because they're 22.5 thousandths.
Okay, so quick set is 22.5 thousandths, and
So it takes 2 depths for their construction key.
gotcha. Okay, cool. And then, so this is a 275 core project and 825 keys, you said?
Yes.
And what's next after that? Yeah, another big one, or is it just a bunch of little projects?
I've got a big stack of little ones with it.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so then what's is this your typical day? Is just plugging away all day? And then that's your protege over there we were talking about a minute ago. What was his name?
Yeah, that's Doug.
Doug. Okay. Well, what's Doug working on? Yeah.
He has been stumping my keys for it.
Oh, stamping those 825 keys.
Ink
All
cut?
right. Ink cut. Are you using a punch? Is that what you're using?
Yes.
That'll dull one of those blades up pretty quick, probably.
No,
No?
not too badly. That was doing all the small format IC by Schlage and quick set with several punches.
Yeah.
I do have a key mark punch. And of course, this is the capper for the best stop.
You only have these if you do a ton of SFICs.
Yeah, otherwise you get stuck with the little block.
That's what we have is the block, you know. We don't usually we get some 20, 30 maybe, but 8, I mean, that 3 other low, that's a lot. Yeah. We probably actually would ask you guys to do that if it was me, I'm gonna tell you the truth. But
I do Sergeant 120 IC and machine.
So is that pain?
And yeah,
No,
really.
not for you, man.
Not, well, that's the magic of YouTube. You can find
Sure.
instructions on how to do that. Or just to refresh.
Sure.
It's good to have refresh.
Okay.
Especially the Corbin Rush.
I was just gonna ask you that. So literally, I was gonna ask you about the Corbin Rush when.
If you're going to do a lot of Corbin wrestling, you ought to buy their action cues.
Okay.
Because the numbers are so tricky.
If I remember correctly on this, I had an experience with them. I was sent out to do one cylinder. I was at the Woodlands Church of something from Fellowship of the Woodlands, and they have Corbin Wrestling. I think it's large format. Is that what it is? It's a large format cylinder, and they had a printout of locksmith ledger instructions for me like here. And oh my goodness, it took me all day to do one core because I had to learn it on the spot. It was like positive and negative numbers, and if I remember correctly. Is
That's
that
kind of
correct?
like the Corbin Rushman mastering cylinders.
Is that what they are?
Well, mastering, that's the plug inside the plug.
Oh yes,
The,
yes,
the
yes.
jumbo
The big
plugs.
ones,
Yeah, we don't see those.
Not
I
that
haven't
often.
seen those in years.
Okay.
But those are interesting. It took me about 7 hours to do 3 cylinders one day.
Well, that's what I was saying. It was actually about 7 hours for me to do that one, but I figured it out by the end of the day. But it took all day for one cylinder. So, but yeah, after that, I didn't want to touch
the
it.
minus pins and the
Yeah, and that's what threw me off is the negative and positive numbers. Anyway, it's a lot of math and guidance for one cylinder. But anyway, I appreciate it. Well, thanks for your time. Thanks for walking through, and thanks for being the supportive cast over here. We'll probably utilize you in the future.
check for lead times.
Gotcha. Have a good one. Take care. Okay, so we did a tour of the warehouse. We broke it all down with David. We got to see everything, even down to the keying section. What do you call it over there?
The production department, yeah. So we do our keying and our kitting of our items.
Right, we talked to Bruce, wasn't he, right?
Yeah, Bruce Sargent, right. So he's got a ton of experience on the distribution side and the licensing side. So.
For sure. So we appreciate it, man. Thanks for having us out.
No, thanks for coming. Yeah, I know you got to see our Houston location. Now you got to see our Grand Prairie
And
location.
we got to see the opening trade show that was here, too.
Absolutely, that. Yes, that was great. Thanks for coming out, and appreciate you guys coming. And I'll see you back in Houston.
We're headed the road right now.
Yeah, me
All
too.
right,
Thanks.
take care.
See you.
All right. Well, thanks for tagging along with us on that episode of Meet the Vendor. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the whole video, and it was great spending time with Alex, Travis, and David, and getting to see what their whole operation's about. So also stay tuned for the follow-up video to this, which is our Business as Unusual, which is on our Udropreneur channel. We're going to put the link below in the comments whenever that's ready, so you can go check that out. And that's kind of just behind the scenes of what it took to make this video. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, we're on all the social media platforms, Twitter or X, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We're on all the social media platforms. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate the support.